The first thing I noticed was that it had no tires and rims. That was the biggest thing. The back passenger window was knocked out and extensive exterior damage. On top of it, like the sidebars are bent right up that the doors wouldn't open, and the interior just completely ransacked.
Car parked at a park and fly before heading off on vacation. She thought she'd be safe considering there's security cameras and gates. Little did she know when she would return, there would be thousands in damages.
We got back to Park and Fly at 2 a.m. and when I approached the vehicle, very first thing I noticed was that there were no tires and rims and it was just sitting right on the ground.
New tires were put on the truck today. That sits in an auto shop, but just days ago it sat on the ground without tires or rims in a Park and Fly parking lot.
There's extensive exterior damage. Taillights knocked out. There's paint scratches right down to the metal. The sidebars have been bent right up, I'm assuming from being jacked up, so far that you can't even barely open the doors. And we've got all this trim damage. And the window was smashed out, interior completely ransacked.
We reached out to Park and Fly about the alleged damage that took place in one of their lots. In a statement, they said, "We take the security of our vehicles seriously. Our parking lots are fenced-in compounds that are only accessible via gated entry. All lots are patrolled and accessed by our staff on a 7-24-hour period, picking up and delivering our customers to their vehicles."
I can't even tell you the shock that we felt. And property damage aside, it was the most violating thing I've ever felt. And the fact that my 2 children had to witness that is completely unfair.
So what kind of response did you get from Park and Fly?
Park and Fly didn't say much. That night, they told us that it happens all the time. And in fact, one of the employees said that he tells his friends not to bring any vehicles of value to that lot.
When Melanie reached out to Park and Fly about the security footage, they told her in an email the cameras actually only cover the entrance and exist in the self-park lots. There were no cameras facing her vehicle's way.
I think instead of advertising how safe and secure they are, they should have the motto, you know, you can park here, but if you come back to half a car, it's not our problem.
Melanie is currently in talks with her insurance to see if they'll cover anything. Coming up, we'll be finding out what the chances are if this were to happen to you. How much would insurance cover? Earlier in the show, we told you about a Milton family who left their car at a Park and Fly before heading off on vacation. But when they returned, their car had no wheels and there were thousands of dollars in damages. Now, Park and Fly says that they're not responsible for any of those damages. So we spoke with the Insurance Bureau of Canada to find out whether they would cover those costs.
If the owner of the vehicle has comprehensive or all perils coverage on their policy and their vehicle is broken into and something is stolen from it, then yes, their insurance policy will pay less their deductible. There are some considerations, obviously, in terms of if the items that were stolen were things that perhaps they may have regularly, like clothing or within their property, then that would be a claim under their home insurance or property insurance policy.
The family whose vehicle was allegedly damaged while staying at a Park and Fly says that they're currently in talks with their insurance company to see if any of the repair costs will be covered. Maliha Sheikh, City News, Toronto.